let's turn to how you feel about your job. What really makes you mad about it? Or maybe on the other hand, what makes you a happy, productive employee? A new survey may show you're not alone in how you feel. From pay and perks to pet peeves, there are a variety of reasons that employees are inspired to work harder. One new survey uncovers how employees really feel about their jobs and the workplace and what makes them stay. And as it turns out, today's American workers have some definitive opinions when it comes to their jobs. Millennial guru Jason Dorsey and Ultimate Software's Adam Rogers join us from Chicago to discuss the results of this big survey. Thank you guys so much for stopping in.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure to be here.
All right, you guys, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Why is it that any of us, employees, employers, should really care about what this survey is telling us?
Yeah, because some of what the survey found is really shocking and nobody's talking about it. For example, we found that over half of all American workers feel that they are not being treated fairly at work. And that's a huge deal. We also found that over half of all American workers said that if they're not satisfied at their job, they cannot put forth their best effort. And you can imagine this affects companies of every size, organizations, nonprofits, you name it, because we're all working together trying to make stuff happen, and people feel that it's unfair, and they feel that if they're not satisfied, they can't get the job done.
Well, now that we know how many people are feeling unsatisfied, what are some of the factors actually that make people feel satisfied that we want to up?
There's a number of things you can do, but overwhelmingly, the number one thing is trust. And the conversation for years about trust has been about the executive suite and the C-suite and your CEO. Well, this survey uncovered that that's not the critical thing here. When you talk about employee satisfaction, the number one person that they must trust in your organization is their direct manager. 93% said that without having trust in their direct manager, they cannot be satisfied at work.
Well, that I feel like makes complete sense. So let's talk to those employers right now and tell them what you guys found was what makes their employees quit the fastest.
Yeah, because if we can get them to not quit, we're all winning, right?
Yeah.
Well, what we found was that 60% of employees said they would quit if they did not feel emotionally safe at work. And look, nobody's talking about this. And this is a big deal because we talk about physical safety all the time at work, workplace safety, but really emotional safety was more important. And if employees didn't have it, they're out the door. We also found that over a third of all workers in America said they would quit a job if they did not have the technology in order to be successful in the tasks they're given. So basically your boss says, go do this, and you try to do it, but the technology you have doesn't allow you to get it done, and now you're frustrated, and so you want to leave. Those two things are big deals of why employees are leaving workers right now.
Well, again, all of this kind of makes sense. It's good that we're just kind of talking about it. I think the conversation, like you said, is really what wasn't happening. But before I let you guys go, if you want to leave me with one key thing that we're taking away from this survey, what would you say it is?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. 75% of people surveyed said that if their employers just listened to and addressed their concerns, they would stay at your company longer. And so you said that you made the comment that it's really obvious. Of course, the direct manager. But think about it. You have to invest in giving your managers, whether they're managing 2 people or 200, not only the training to be great managers and leaders, but also the technology required to do that and keep our American workers in the organizations that they're so proud of.
Again, I think this is great that the employers are figuring out what it is that their employees need, and the employees are kind of being heard as to what makes them feel a certain way. So if we want to see even more about this survey or get some more information, where can I go to get that?
Well, you can get the results from the survey. You can also get some really great tips on things that you can do right away at our website at ultimatesoftware.com.
We will definitely check that out, gentlemen. Thank you again so much for stopping in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend will be right back.